Sometimes I try and you might feel stuck inside. The mind is good at lying. It makes you feel you want to cry. But better days are coming, they're just around the way. Whenever you feel lonely, oh, remember you are here today. Just don't stop dancing. Oh, baby, I am where you are. Don't stop, keep dancing. 'Cause right here, right now, is all that we've got. It's all that we've got. Yeah. Tomorrow's always, always greener in our eyes. The only thing that's certain is the sun when it arrives. 'Cause better days are coming, they're just around the way. Whenever you feel lonely, oh, remember you are here today. And don't stop, keep dancing. Oh, baby, I am where you are. Don't stop, keep dancing, 'cause right here, right now, is all that we've got. It's all that we've got. Let's go to their place. Close your eyes and fly away. Today's a brighter day. Can you feel the sun rays? Soon we'll be together and we'll be dancing all night. Don't stop, keep dancing. Baby, I am where you are. Don't stop, keep dancing. 'Cause right here, right now, is all that we've got. It's all that we've got. You're all that I've got. You're all that I've got.
Oh, I was getting texts like, are you? No.
Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and other electronic devices, and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
For 154 years, West Virginia University has been graduating talented leaders who make our world a better place. Today, we celebrate the May 2024 graduates who continue that legacy. Please welcome the candidates for graduation from the College of Applied Human Sciences, marching behind a Citron banner carried by Matt Campbell, Associate Professor, School of Education. And now, please welcome members of the Platform Party. Dean Autumn Cypre, College of Applied Human Sciences. Associate Deans and School Directors from the College of Applied Human Sciences. Members of the West Virginia University Board of Governors and Senior University Administration. University Marshal Chad Proudfoot. And Provost Marianne Reed. Please rise for our national anthem and remain standing for our alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Please welcome to the podium College of Applied Human Sciences Dean, Autumn Cypre.
Good morning and welcome to the Spring 2024 Commencement Ceremony for the College of Applied Human Sciences. My name is Autumn Kennedy Toombs Cypre, and it is my honor to serve as the founding dean for this college. Graduates, first of all, I want to tell you how very proud I am of you. You've endured and conquered in one of the most unique times in history. But you and I know that you didn't do it alone. You did it with the help of your friends and roommates and loved ones. And they gave you words of encouragement and believed in you. And while you dutifully have worked to support your friends and colleagues in our college, we're thrilled to celebrate you and your accomplishments. And there's so many others who helped you along the way. And I would be remiss on this day, which is the day where we celebrate our mothers, our academic mothers, the mothers who are working to make your life better, to help you get to where you want to be, and the mothers who are new mothers and on faculty, who are also your academic mothers. I would be remiss if we did not recognize that. So I just want to remind you that it is Mother's Day, and I'd like for everyone to just take a moment and recognize, by looking around the Coliseum, for a mother or mother figure to celebrate them and give them a round of applause. And you know, this commencement ceremony is live streamed. And my mama's watching, so happy Mother's Day, Mama, and open up your present now. I think I got her a good one. In addition to it being Mother's Day and a day where we honor our first teachers and the legacy and journey that we are weaving for ourselves, I think it's important to remember that we arrived at this day with the caring and supportive faculty and staff here on the College of Applied Human Sciences, which I find to be the most extraordinary group of professionals I've ever worked with. And I'd like the faculty and staff to stand up so that we can acknowledge them and give them a round of applause. Ours is a college that takes seriously, like all colleges do at this university, honoring our values of respect and commitment and civility. We are not afraid to talk about difficult things and to engage in conversations that help everyone embrace accountability and a new future for our students. I'd also like to make sure that we thank and recognize Provost Marianne Reed for presiding over our ceremony today. Provost Reed, can you just give us a shout out? That's the provost over there. Today marks the culmination of a lot of hard work, dedication, and resilience. And regardless of your major or area of studies, those characteristics will serve you well, and they are the hallmarks of a West Virginia University education. When people tell you they're a mountaineer, it means something. And it is part of this university's DNA to demonstrate tenacity and resilience and grit and honesty and empathy for others. That's right, I heard you, woo. As I mentioned before, one of the ways that you got here is through a network of supported people. Don't forget that. Don't forget to contribute to your network of supported people, because that's how we are mountaineers and lift each other up, no matter where we leave and go to after this day. The world is continuing to move towards automation and artificial intelligence. And we all know that ChatGPT will not be able to replace our friends and mentors and loved ones. And it's a good place to go to look for answers and then continue to look in other places, as all the faculty would like me to tell you. But I know that a comment on Instagram is nice, but it's not the same as being in person with a friend. It's not the same as going to lunch with a friend or meeting them for coffee or just sitting on the front step of your apartment building and thinking about the day with them. The difference you can make in your profession and out in the world is about your uniqueness and showing up for others, even when you're tired, even when you're exhausted, even when you're afraid. All the courage and the skills of being there and transcending difficulty is in you and has been honed by the difficult, wonderful journey that is being a mountaineer. You've learned to be flexible and adapt. You've learned from some of the best in the world in your fields of study, and they care about you and your future success. Class of 2024, you're ready. You have everything you need to go out into the world and conquer and be formidable and make a difference. And you're ready to represent the old gold and blue with pride and say, yes, I'm a mountaineer. We are extremely proud to count you as part of our alumni network, and in just a few short moments, we can't wait to celebrate and see all the amazing things that you're going to do. Our wish for you is to be successful and fulfilled. But above all, we hope for you to be ignited every day by the challenges you face in your path of purpose. When you love those challenges and you know you're walking in your purpose and you found your passion, the hard stuff, it's okay. Don't settle for less. Don't be afraid to laugh with your colleagues when it's difficult to deal with whatever problem is in the day. Don't be afraid to take your work seriously, but don't take yourselves too seriously. And we hope that you stay in touch with us here because this is home. Homecoming is once a year, but coming home is every day. Mountaineers are forever, and it's always a great day to be a mountaineer. Thank you. Next, it is my pleasure to recognize the following students who have demonstrated their pioneering spirit as graduates of WVU's Country Roads program. This program is a collaboration between WVU's Center for Excellence in Disabilities and the WVU Office of Accessibility Services. These students have paved the way for future students to pursue their own college educations by completing a new non-degree certificate program focused on occupational preparation, social development, and independent living. At this moment, I would like to invite Dr. Leslie Cottrell, Program Director for the Country Roads program, to present these certificates. Please join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of the following graduates. Logan Cummings. Isabel Dunn. Joseph Davison. Christopher Giles. Jarrett Hermance. Carter Hessian. And Spencer Hessian. It is my honor now to present the students who will fulfill the requirements for graduation from the College of Applied Human Sciences of West Virginia University. I invite Provost Reed to join me to congratulate our graduates.
Presenting the candidate for the Doctorate of Education in Coaching and Teaching Studies, Kyle Rockow. Presenting the candidates for the Doctorate of Philosophy in Coaching and Teaching Studies, Kayla Abrahamson. Marla Gladstone. Now the candidates for the Doctorate of Philosophy in Educational Theory and Practice, Megan Hutt. Jessica Lynn Lowe. Now the candidates for the Doctorate of Philosophy in Higher Education, Connor Ferguson. Akia Shante Simeon. Alexander Joseph Tilka. Ashley Renee Leggett Bradley. Danielle Renee Moss. Madison Marie Speck. Paige Zolman. Now presenting the candidates for the Doctorate of Philosophy in Learning Sciences and Human Development, Catherine Manley. Jana Stone. Now the candidate for the Doctorate of Philosophy in Sport, Exercise, and Performance Psychology, Diane Benish. Now presenting the candidates for the Master of Arts in Counseling, Erica Lee Abruzes, Alessa Ash, Seneca Lee Ash, Anne Marie Bauer, Anna Danielle Cronin, Dustin Donner, Tatiana Marie Fountain, Jackson Hussey, Danielle Marie Jones, Matthew J. Kosopsky, Elmer Samuel Martinez, Haley Mostacholo, Courtney Elaine Murphy, Brittany Michelle Reinhardt, Sarah Rosevsky, Cassidy Bess Seal, Amy Grace Thaxton, Abigail Angel Wellings, Jamie Williams, Ryan Ratchford, Madison Wright, now the candidates for the Master of Science in Clinical Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling. Gabriella Alessi Friedlander, Geneva Marie Baker, Cassandra Megan Cohen, Jillian Hordusky, Angelica Kudla, Brianna Catalina Mascara, Kristen Morton, Robin Pradilla, Hannah Rain Rashow, Allison Rainey, Brittany Regetz, Jeffrey Edwin Seabury Jr., Emily Starlin, Kaylee Michelle Stiles, Carrie Michelle Walters, Now presenting the candidates for the Master of Arts in Higher Education Administration. Feha Al-Shamari. Megan Ray Buhait. Elizabeth Harley-Ann Cachet. Ashley Victoria Daniels. Joseph Logan. Gage Sneed. Lauren Starlipper. Jamie Yoder. Now the candidates for the Master of Arts in Instructional Design and Technology. Jordan Cantrell. Brittany Summer Stout. Now the candidates for the Master of Arts in Literacy Education. Morgan Elizabeth Golden. Kaylee Humphreys. Evelyn Angeline Snyder. Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell. Now the candidates for the Master of Arts in Secondary Education. Annie Neely Kirkpatrick. Diksha Tiwari. Now the candidates for the Master of Arts in Special Education. Sophie Jane Armstrong. Letitia Lynn Carter. Kerrigan Elise Blake. Jayla Claire Christ. Lauren Denise Dahl. Hannah Meredith Jones. Harley Martin. Amanda Jane Berthel McCauley. Austin Tanner Smith. Now presenting the candidates for the Master of Science in Coaching and Sport Education. Christopher Brown. Lauren Eileen White. Now the candidates for the Master of Science in Executive Sport Management. Christina Brunette. Amanda Dixon. Josiah Harris. Also with a Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Audrey Dolan. Also with a Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Alexandra Watson. Also with a Bachelor of Science in Sport Management, Michael Jutnan. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Sport Management, Richard McVicker Rogers III. Also with a Bachelor of Science in Sport Management, Peter Steinkamp. Now presenting the candidate for the Master of Science in Physical Education, Teacher Education, Stephen Starlipper. Now presenting the master's and bachelor's degree candidates in the Physical Education Accelerated Bachelor's to Master's program. John Kennard Jr., Joseph Schaefer, Maria Ann Vito, presenting the candidates for the Master of Science in Sport Coaching, Joshua Aaron Lowe, Ezekiel Rosario Mateo. Now the candidates for the Master of Science in Sport Management, Christopher Hallidan Anderson, Mara Sue Andrews, Kweku Armu Jr., Riley Hunter Bareth, James Glenn Boatwright III, Timothy Darrell Bonnet Jr., Ashley Chantel Brown, Megan Karen, Matthew Cavallero, Trevor Ian Clemenson, Camilla Cobas Cordova, Ellie Dixon, Harrison Dover, Eric Cole Epperly, Lauren Danielle Fields, Andrew Paul Feremni, Nathaniel Ryan Friedman, Kyle Lainert, Jacob P. Wright, Trevin Marshall Roney, Sierra Ray Saban, Catherine Ann Stakem, Taj Anthony Washington, Sean Wilfong, Verena Zeisberger. Now the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education. Ellie Andre, Megan Angeline, Kelsey Margaret Ald, Erin Brooke Basham, Emma Raquel Bean, Cassidy Burdine, Alexandra Marie Bokach, Kiara Renee Bush, Carter Zane Collings, Emma Camp, Caitlin Joy Neal Cavill, Alyssa Faith Cleghorn, Caroline Elizabeth Calucci, Kendall Corcoran, Madison Victoria Cox, Kristen Rose Kreitz, Anna Culhane, Ashley Brooke Davis, Brooke Dietrich, Faith Garrett Frost. Delaney Marie Gallagher. Courtney Giles. Tawny Calais Griffin. Sydney Grove. Morgan Hudnall. Genevieve Hummer. Margaret Inskeep. Summer Alexis Kerr. Amy Caroline Kraft. Alexandria Morgan Lang. Olivia Lavender. Taylor Layden. Allison Grace Lamasters. Josie Lewis. Mackenzie Gail Lindsay. Rachel Christine Matioski. Also graduating with a Bachelor of Arts in Dance, Madison Lee McNeil. Mallory Elizabeth Menzie. Kinley Mason Miller. Sarah Aphrodite Malinu. McKenna Jane Mosier. Courtney Claire Myers. Brooke Leanne Newcomb. Allison Paige Narby. Olivia May Nicasio. Alexandra Knoll. Emily Elizabeth Oldham. Ashley Phillips. Erin Francis Pride. Haley Brooke Randolph. Frankie Renee Roberts. Rachel Shea Ratliff. Jamie Lynn Renzi. Hannah Marie Risk. Skylar Crystal Rogers. Taya Alexis Santilli. Mallory Faith Straub. Caitlin Elizabeth Swedberg. Lillian Renee Thomas. Addison Wallace. Madison Wesolowski. Elliot Cheryl Ann Witters. Ashley Wethy. Sophia Rose Weigel. Megan Woods. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Health and Well-Being. Rebecca Bershad. Heather Temperance Bond. Owen Connor. Emily DeVito, Jasmine Fouts, Carly Griffin, Elise Renee Henry, Brittany Marie Jones, Isabella Longo, Mia Marie Maximovich, Ashlyn Summer Miller, D'Angelo Marcellus Murray, Alexis Christine Qualls, Anaya Sieben, Megan Tenney, Taylor Elizabeth Tatralt, now the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Mental Health and Addiction Studies. Madeline Graham, Morgan Lee Hall, Isabella Jean Kuntz, Marissa Mangione, Madison Lynn Whitmore, now the candidates for the Bachelor of Multidisciplinary Studies. Maggie Camille Bartenslogger, Catherine Contreras, Taylor Englishman, Ethan Frank, Cheyenne Maihong Henline, Alexandra Page Meltzer, Amelia Monty, Anna Witt, now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Child Development and Family Studies. Reagan Noel Clemens, Kelly Ann Connolly, Allison Goodwin, Maura Hertig, Amia Jo Hines, Marissa Lynn Jennings, Mary Casarda, Jennifer Knutson, Erica Lizette Morales. Now presenting the candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Coaching and Performance Science, Jared Brian Buckley, Noah Chin, Evan Kinney, Jordan Mary IV, Eliza Margaret Mummert, Caitlin Rose Newton, Drake Thomas, Hans Watson, now the candidate for a Bachelor of Science in Early Childhood's Special Education, Kylie Nicole Kuhn. Now the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Health and Well-Being, Zelda Antantis, Gianna Marie Antonora, Lauren Brooke Arbaugh, Alana Berry, Jocelyn Bender, Noel Marie Cadeo, Kate Capitan, Nicholas Ian Clark, Mickey Elena Conley, Charles Davis, Sierra Davis, Killian Rain Dennison, Samantha Doherty, Suchleen Elkins, Josh Ferguson, Brooke Filburn, Jocelyn Ellen Foltz, Alexa Catherine Greco, Joshua Harris, Micah Jill Harris, Reagan Mackenzie Hartman, Caroline Hartung, Erica Hill, Kennedy Page Hobson, Talon Kestner, Matthew Lilly, Nathan Lindenmuth, Gage Long, Annalise Masisco, Ainsley Renee McIntyre, Mac McMillan, Kenneth Money, Mackenzie Elizabeth Myers, Lauren Nelson, John Gerard O'Dwyer, Kendall Hours, Brooke Habon, Kylie Payne, Nicole Pedro, Jacob Prager, Jordan Reed, Victoria Teresa Rogi, Antonio Edmund Rollo, Andrew L. Scherer, Cassidy Lynn Simmons, Madison Slash, Ty Slogenhop, Taylor Marie Spencer, Sydney Straub, Reagan Swenson, Aaliyah Jane Tamimi, Madison Titlow, Abigail Veith, Krista Gloria Velagal, Whitney Wayforth, Andrew Brian Whitney, Brendan Michael Williams, Elizabeth Christine Wright, Sydney Morgan Zimmerman, candidates for a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education and Kinesiology. Gage Atkinson. Zachary Lee Cannon. Anthony Cortez. Cody Fisher. Molly Helbley. Ryan LaSalvia. Jax McCauley. Christian Pisano. Carrie Platt. Cole Rebert. Noah Snyder. Amber Nicole Underwood. Now the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology. Natalie Elizabeth Ardai. Frank Awodi. Emily Brenner. Matthew Anthony DeFonso. Kylie Morgan Stevens. Asia Harless. Mallory Noel Hogan. McKenna Ryan Jackson. Joseph Kleiner. Mitchell Scott Lamb. Andrew Lichtinger. Vincent Luzentalis. Mackenzie Shea Lynch. Morgan Alexa Martello. Macy Martin. Chantel Perez Martinez. Gianna Elizabeth Trombetta. Logan Vance. Dalton Watt. John Michael Welch. Adriana Wood. Sally Wolf. Now the candidates for graduation in sport leadership. Grant Johnston. Now the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Sport Management. Garrett Vincent Arndt. Sean Austin. Joshua Beard. Teray Bennett. Joshua Beezer. Tyler Michael Birnbaum. Dylan Joshua Blanco. Tristan Burgoyne. Matthew Campagna. Zachary Cardilli. Jake Cashmere. Jack Carlton Clifford. Craig James Cole. Lucas Donovan Collender. Traylon Davis. Raymond Anthony Denson, Jr. Eloa dos Santos. Jacob Epstein. Thomas Fegley. Anna Lee Gathman. Austin Hank. Daniel Harkleroad. Garrett Andrew Hill. Logan Palo Holloway. Michael Horan. Nicholas Janab. Taylor Jones. Matt Katz. Brian Kimmel. Charles Maxwell Kurzak. Robert Kirshenman. Zachary Kirschner. Ryoma Kurakawa. John Otto Ludwig II. Calvin James Matthews. Daniel McCormick. Mason Cole McCormick. Jimmy McGillicuddy. Brody Ryan McHumer. Evan Donald Lewis Mellett. Alex Christopher Mertner. Julius Moye. Daniel George Mulvihill. Shane Nelson. Brittany Lynn Nye. Will Norman. Grace Ann O'Boyle. Samuel O'Hara. Bryce Patrick O'Sullivan. Shrey Patel. Blake Perez. Roman Pompilio. Barrett Pratt. Joshua Quick. Gabriel Alden Ray. Joshua Max Ringel. Thomas Selassie. Taurus Marquise Simmons, Jr. Eli Benjamin Summers. Brandon Michael Spears. Patrick Allen Spradling. Keneal Stewart. Samuel Stacy. Justin Violet. Jackson Walney. Charles Jackson Wiedebush. Michael Gary Alfred Wolfgram. Joseph William Yanchak. Now the candidates for a Bachelor of Science in Youth and Family Science. Autumn Bryn Friedank. Ashley Eleanor Neff. Renee Noel Schaefer. Provost Reed, this concludes the presentation of the candidates for graduation from the College of Applied Human Sciences.
A very enthusiastic audience. So, good morning, everyone. Congratulations. It is such an honor to be here today to celebrate you, our May 2024 College of Applied Human Science graduates. I got to tell you, it's such a wonderful moment that my face literally hurts from smiling, and I mean that in the best way possible. It is so much fun to be with you today. Today, each of you stands on the cusp of your future, ready to embark on a new journey, one that will take you farther than you can ever imagine. You're probably excited now, maybe a little scared, but don't let your fear of the unknown paralyze you. Get started, get moving, take chances, and if you hit a roadblock, be willing to change course and find another way. And remember, there is always another way. Be confident in who you are and the strength that lies within. You've already met and overcome a myriad of challenges, including a global pandemic. Your experience has made you resilient and adaptive and has strengthened your resolve. You have shown grit in the face of adversity. But I also hope that you have gained empathy, realizing how important it is to be kind to yourself and others who may also be struggling. Life can be hard, but it can be an absolute joy, especially when you make connections, open your heart to others, and find purpose and meaning in your work. And I know in this audience we have educators and healers, and I don't have to tell you about purpose. That's what drives you. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. There will be a lot to see and experience along the way. So be present, pay attention, and savor moments of celebration like this one. Like the spring wildflowers that dot our fields and edge our forests, these moments are beautiful and ephemeral. They make wonderful memories that you can draw strength from when the road becomes hard to navigate and you feel lost. But have no fear. You are ready and well-equipped to drive into the future. Your WVU degree has value, and so do you. It will provide a strong foundation for building a successful career and a happy life. Wear your gold and blue with pride, and know that we couldn't be more proud of you. We have enjoyed our time with you, and we will miss you terribly. But remember, no matter how far you roam, you will always have a place at West Virginia University. We remain your home among the hills. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Will the degree candidates from the College of Applied Human Sciences please rise? Are you ready? By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. As West Virginia's University's newest graduates, you may move your tassels to the left side of your cap as a symbol of your achievement. Congratulations, class of 2024.
Please remain standing, graduates. University marshals will release you in an orderly manner after the platform party exits the floor.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Minus lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty,